Welcome to the Dr. Erin Show. May you live your truth. Good morning. This is Dr. Erin teaching universal laws, spiritual truth, and basically how to awaken. We're doing this together. We're on this journey together, and I'm so honored from sunny California today in Los Angeles. Let's just take a breath together for a moment and know the truth. The truth is that today is the perfect day to reboot your mind. Your mind is the most powerful thing you have because it is really that which connects everything. But guess what? You are the backing of that. You are the backing of the energy, the backing of the one mind. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. And so I know today you are already an incredible manifester. You're manifesting 24/7 already. However, if you want to choose to direct it and manifest what you do want in life, you have to learn how to master this thing called your mind in this lifetime. Know how to direct consciousness upon universal law. So if you want to do that, stay tuned because I've got some great info for you today. Helps me understand how this whole thing works. So the title today is Reboot Your Mind. And so today is really about reclaiming your divine powers within. And in order to do this, you must understand the mechanism of thought and how you're manifesting. So the analogy is like, imagine you are going to drive a car, but you have no idea how to drive a car. Like no one's there to teach you and you don't even have a manual. Okay, so this is kind of like having that manual. If you're going to have a manual in life, how do you use this thing called you, this body, this whatever, and how do you direct it? How do you use thought? Okay, so that's what we're going to go into. So we're going to go into the analogy of a computer. And so let's just break it down. Okay, so just imagine for a minute that you have a computer in front of you, right? And there's different aspects of that computer. You've got the hardware, right? It's the actual physical computer. That's like your body. You have particular DNA, you have particular, your size, your whatever. So you got what you got to work with. Some people could never be, say, a ballerina dancer because their body just is not made for that, or whatever it may be. The fastest runner in the world, there's certain bodies that aren't designed for that, right? So you have to understand and look at your body and what is the actual hardware of your body. What is your DNA? What is your lineage on that, right? So that's your hardware. Then next is, we've got hardware and then we've got the software. The software, okay, right? Your computer, it's like, I don't know about you guys, but all the time, my software is having to be updated on my computer. It's a pain in the butt, but what do we have to do? We have to reboot it. Okay, so that's what we're doing today. We're going to reboot the software. The software is like your limited thinking. It's all your limiting programming. It's the programming that's already in your body and your DNA. It's the programming that you got from the culture, from your parents, from everything. You're influenced by everything in this world, of course, right? So what's your programming? And that's your software. So today we want to reboot that software, right? We have to reboot the software all the time. And then next is the memory. So your computer has only so much memory. And when you go in and buy a computer, you can go, I want a lot more memory. I'll spend a lot more money, right? So the memory is your ability to focus and pull back up information. It's your ability. It's like your power. It's your power to do all this stuff, okay? And then guess what? There's something else, and it's called you. Because guess what? The greatest computer in the world, you could go in and get the best computer ever with all the bells and whistles, the best memory, everything. But guess what? If somebody doesn't actually turn on the computer and actually use it, it doesn't do anything. It just sits there. It's worthless. So guess what? The operator is you. So the point is this. This is a very, very important analogy because one, we have to get that you're in charge here. You're in charge of your thoughts. You're in charge of your body. You're in charge of all of this. You can go get upgrades. You can reboot. You have that ability. And so today we're just kind of going, surface level on all this. I do this. This is what I do when I do subconscious work with somebody, when I go in and we deal with trauma, when we deal with reprogramming. This is how we go in. We go in and we reboot that shit. We shut that shit down and we start it back up and we put a whole new system in, right? So On that note, how do you do this, right? So we get into that, and part of it is having your daily spiritual practice. Part of it is really just doing the 4 steps that we always go into, deciding to wake up, trying to start to look at your programming, right? So if you have a computer and you actually have a typewriter, and guess what? The G is broken. It doesn't matter how great of a, you're broken. It just, everything you're going to communicate isn't going to communicate correctly, right? So you've got to look at all the different parts of your computer and start to begin to wake up and see what's working and what doesn't work. What do you need to reboot? What do you need to upgrade? What are you going to do about it? How are you going to get into a daily spiritual practice or get in and do subconscious work? Okay. One or the other. So let's get on with this. Let's go to your daily universal law. Like I want some music right there. We're going to the next segment. Daily universal law. It's like the birds are chirping and, the sun comes out and there's like, I don't know, you're in La La Land and it's all good. So today's universal law, because every day we're going to go into a universal law because I love the law. The law is my BFF because when you understand and coordinate with the universe, it's just life gets a lot easier, right? So today, we align with the law of action. So Newton's third law states, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. The universe is a non-dualistic, it's a mechanical system, right? It's a unified energetic field. And so this law is how your actions actively correspond and reflect back to you. So with every movement you make, every thought you take, you set in motion a cooperative system of infinite magnitude. Every non-action also is an action in the realm of consciousness. Because like we said, the moment you even consider something in consciousness, it sets in motion this law, all the laws. So for every harmonic and loving act, there is a retribution of harmony in one's life. For every chaotic and harmful action, there is a payback of chaos in one's life. It's just, it's just a cause and effect thing. The universe doesn't know good or bad. It just knows cause and effect. And so you have to know that this law of action, the action you're taking in your life is speaking like louder than anything. It's speaking so loud for you. Okay. So just take notice of that. Take notice of that today, okay? So today's daily spiritual practice is, as you go about your day, just practice being mindful. Be mindful of the limiting beliefs that are running your life. Be mindful of your computer. What's going on physically with you, with your hardware? What's going on, with software? What limiting beliefs? What do you need to get rebooted? And then how powerful are you? How much memory can you pull up things? Are you having memory issues? Are you slow? Are you distracted? Are you unfocused? We got to get you some more memory. And how do you get more memory? You free up all the mental pictures that have charge from your past. That's a deep thing I just said there. But basically, how do you free up your memory and become more powerful in focusing and directing energy? You've got to clean up your past. You've got to do your inner work. You've got to heal. You've got to have all your mental pictures from your past. They've got to be as is, as they say, meaning you can look at anything on your track, anything that's gone on in this lifetime and all lifetimes, and you need to be able to go, that happened. Okay, cool. Now I get to create and choose from here. And so if you are not to that point, you've got to go in and do some deep work so that your memory is like, it's so freed up. You get power. You get to, stay focused and be a powerhouse like you are, the truth of who you are. So this is what I know for sure is that you're here to live your truth. You're here to master the mechanism of you. You have come into probably the most advanced computer system you can ever imagine. Your body, how you take the one mind and distill it down in your individual use. How you have a software program. How do you reboot this? Most people this is the thing that drives me crazy, okay? I think education is so important. It is actually the route to freedom in this universe. The problem for me is that most education that we learn as little kids is not the information we really truly need. So please, this is like a prayer and a knowing right now. I know there is a transformation happening in education right now. I know that there's a transformation so that people understand something as simple as understanding themselves. If you don't understand yourself, who freaking cares about geography? I mean, honestly, if you don't understand even how you're working as an individual, spiritually, who freaking cares about geography and things like that? That doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. So I know that today is a breakthrough for many people. I know the perfect people are listening to this that need to understand how they work and begin to have more harmony and just basic, simple tools to help them understand themselves. And so on that note, I just say thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for showing up. If you don't follow me already, this is Dr. Erin. You can find me across all social media as Dr. Erin. I also have a book called Awakening. You can find it on all Amazon across the board. And basically you can find it also, get a free digital course if you go to erinfallhaskell.com/awakening book. And on there, you can actually get a free manifesting digital masterclass with the purchase of the book. I also have a free app. It's under Dr. Erin on iTunes, iHeartRadio, on Android, all the above. And we are here daily doing 11 minutes. I want to spend 11 minutes with you in your life every day. Yummy, yummy, yummy. You can start the day off with me or end your day with me or whatever works for you. You can sign up for that also at drerin.tv, and we are just launching that, so it should be up any day. It's probably there now, and it's probably been up for a while now if you're listening to this down the road. So I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. You can also go to 30 Day Prosperity and the Divine Mastermind. Those are some other communities and programs that I run, and I love you guys so much. Have the best day ever.